Daily schedule.
Daily schedule.
I wake up every morning at 7 o'clock.
I wake up every morning at 7 o'clock.
I take a shower.
I take a shower.
I eat my breakfast.
I eat my breakfast.
I usually have toast or cereal.
I usually have toast or cereal.
I brush my teeth.
I brush my teeth.
I put on my clothes.
I put on my clothes.
I catch the school bus.
I catch the school bus.
I ride to school.
I ride to school.
In my class, we have math and English before recess.
In my class, we have math and English before recess.
At recess time, the girls skip or walk around and talk.
At recess time, the girls skip or walk around and talk.
The boys play in the playground or play baseball.
The boys play in the playground or play baseball.
After recess, we have physical education and geography.
After recess, we have physical education and geography.
We eat lunch and then we play outside.
We eat lunch and then we play outside.
When the bell rings, we line up to go back into the classroom.
When the bell rings, we line up to go back into the classroom.
After lunch, we have history and science.
After lunch, we have history, and science.
At recess, we play ball again.
At recess, we play ball again.
Some of the girls play ball too.
Some of the girls play ball too.
In the winter, we build snowmen.
In the winter, we build snowmen.
If it is too cold, we stay indoors and talk to each other.
If it is too cold, if it is too cold, we stay indoors and talk to each other.
After recess, we have music and health.
After recess, we have music and health.
We get out of school at 3:30.
We get out of school at 3:30.
I sometimes walk home with my friends, or I take the bus.
I sometimes walk home with my friends or I take a bus.
I have a snack and change my clothes when I get home.
I have a snack and change my clothes when I get home.
If it is raining, I watch television.
If it is raining, I watch television.
If it is nice outside, I play with my friends.
If it is nice outside, I play with my friends.
I have supper at 5:30.
I have supper at 5:30.
On some nights, I help my mother to do the dishes.
On some nights, I have my mother to do the dishes.
After supper, I do my homework.
After supper, I do my homework.
I wash my face and hands and brush my teeth. I change into my pajamas.
I change into my pajamas.
I go to bed at 9 o'clock.
I go to bed at 9 o'clock.
Meals. Breakfast is very rushed at our house.
Breakfast is very rushed at our house.
My brothers and sisters and I have toast or cereal.
My brother and sister and I have toast or cereal.
We also have orange juice.
We also have orange juice.
On weekends, my mother makes bacon and eggs for us.
On weekends, my mother makes bacon and eggs for us.
My father just has a cup of coffee for breakfast.
My father just has a cup of coffee for breakfast. My father just has a cup of coffee for breakfast.
My mother packs a lunch for all of us.
My mother packs a lunch for all of us.
We usually have a sandwich, a piece of fruit, and a drink of juice or milk.
We usually have a sandwich, a piece of fruit, and a drink of juice or milk.
My favorite sandwiches are egg salad, tuna, roast beef, and ham.
My favorite, my favorite, my favorite sandwiches are egg salad, tuna, roast beef, and ham.
My brother always wants peanut butter and jam sandwiches.
My brother,
My mother sometimes packs a treat for us.
my mother sometimes pack a treat for us.
Today we had cookies with our lunch.
Today we had cookies with our lunch.
At supper time, the family sits around the table and talks about what they did all day.
At supper time, the family sits around the table and talks about they did all time.
My mother makes good suppers.
My mother makes good suppers.
We sometimes have spaghetti.
We sometimes have spaghetti.
My mother makes a roast of beef with potatoes and vegetables quite often.
My mother makes a roast of beef with potatoes and vegetables quite often.
She makes many different dishes out of chicken.
She makes many different dishes out of chicken.
She makes soups or stews.
She makes soup or stew. She makes soup or stews.
She also makes casseroles.
She also makes casserole.
My brothers and sisters and I have milk with our dinner.
My brother and sister and I have meal with our dinner.
My parents sometimes have wine with their dinner.
My parents sometimes have wine with their dinner.
Sometimes we have salad before our dinner.
Sometimes we have salad before our dinner.
I set the table for my mother.
I set the table for my mother.
I put out the forks, the knives, and spoons.
I put out the forks, the knives. I put out the forks, the knives, and spoons.
I also put out glasses and fill them full of milk or water.
I also put out glasses and fill them full of milk or water.
For dessert, we sometimes have ice cream, cake, or pie.
For desserts, we sometimes have ice cream, cakes, or pies. For desserts, we sometimes have ice cream, cake, or pie, or peas.
My mother says that it is better to have fruit because it is better for you.
My mother said that it is better to have fruits because it is better for you.
Tonight, I ate a peach for dessert.
Tonight, I ate a peach for dessert.
My favorite fruits are apples, peaches, plums, and bananas.
My favorite fruits are apples, peaches, plums, and bananas.
After supper, my mother always has a cup of tea with sugar and cream in it.
After supper, my mother always has a cup of tea with sugar and cream in it.
After dinner, I help my mother with the dishes.
After dinner, I have my mother the dishes.
Usually, she washes the dishes and I will dry them.
Usually, we wash the dishes and I will dry them.
Seasons.
Season.
There are 4 seasons.
There are 4 seasons.
Winter is the cold season.
Winter is the cold season.
It snows in the winter.
It snows in the winter.
The winds blow and ice forms on the water.
The winds blow and ice forms on the water.
We play hockey on the ice.
We play hockey on the ice.
We play in the snow.
We play in the snow.
After winter is the spring.
After winter is the spring.
That is when it begins to get warmer.
That is when it begins to get warmer.
Trees get buds on them,
Trees get
Flowers
buds on them.
start to bloom.
Flowers start to bloom.
It rains a lot in the spring.
It rains. It rains a lot in the spring.
Spring is followed by the summer.
Spring is followed by the summer.
It can get very hot in the summertime.
It can get very hot in summertime.
The sun shines brightly.
The sun shines brightly. The sun shines brightly.
We go swimming in the summer.
We go swimming in the summer.
We spend a lot of time outdoors.
We spend a lot of time outdoors.
Many people go on vacations in the summer.
Many people go on vacation in the summer.
We get a summer vacation from school.
We get a summer vacation from school.
Summer is followed by the fall or autumn.
Summer is followed by the fall or autumn.
The leaves on the trees change colors.
The leaves on the trees change colors.
They change from green to red, orange, and brown.
They change from green to red, orange, and brown.
The leaves fall off the trees.
The leaves fall off the trees.
The weather gets cooler.
The weather gets cooler. The weather gets cooler.
The days get shorter.
The days get shorter.
We go back to school in the fall.
We go back to school in the fall.
Then winter comes again.
Then winter comes again.
The seasons follow one after each other.
The seasons follow one after each other.
Weather.
Weather.
You can watch the weatherman on TV
You can watch the weatherman on TV
to find out what the weather will be like.
to find out what the weather will be like.
It might be a nice clear day with no clouds in the sky.
It might be a nice clear day with no clouds in the sky.
The sun might be shining.
The sun might be shining.
It could be a cloudy day.
It could be a cloudy day.
Sometimes cloudy days are just dull.
Sometimes cloudy days are just dull.
On some cloudy days, it begins to rain or snow.
On some cloudy days, it begins to rain or snow.
Some days are rainy.
Some days are rainy.
You need a raincoat, umbrella, and boots on a rainy day.
You need a raincoat, umbrella, and boots on a rainy day.
Rain makes the flowers and grass grow.
Rain makes the flowers and grass grow.
The weather forecast might say that it will be windy.
The weather forecast might say that it will be windy.
You could have a gentle breeze.
You could have a gentle breeze.
It might be very gusty, so that the wind pushes you.
It might be very gusty, so that the wind pushes you.
It is dangerous if the wind is very strong.
It is dangerous if the wind is very strong.
A hurricane or tornado is very dangerous.
A hurricane or tornado is very dangerous.
Once in a while, the weatherman says there will be hail.
Once in a while, the weatherman says there will be hail.
Hailstones are hard, cold pellets of ice that fall from the sky.
Hailstones are hard, cold pellets of ice that fall from the sky.
Sometimes the weatherman will say that there will be snow flurries.
Sometimes the weatherman will say that will be snow flurries.
Sometimes there is just a light dusting of snow.
Sometimes there is just a light dusting of snow.
Sometimes there is a blizzard or a snowstorm.
Sometimes there is a blizzard or a snowstorm.
It can be dangerous driving through a blizzard. If there is a lot of snow, the streets have to be plowed.
If there is a lot of snow, the streets have to be plowed.
You need a hat, coat, mittens, and boots on a very cold day.
You need a hat, coat, mittens, and boots on a very cold day.
Sometimes the weather forecast is wrong.
Sometimes the weather forecast is wrong.
The weatherman might say that it will be a sunny day.
The weatherman will say that it will be sunny day.
But then the clouds come in and it rains.
But then the clouds come in and it rains.
That is not good if you are planning a picnic.
That is not good if you are planning a picnic.
I prefer sunny days that are warm but not too hot.
I prefer sunny days that are warm but not too hot.
I like to feel a gentle breeze to cool me down.
I like to feel a gentle breeze to cool me down.
Video designed by English7levels.com.
House.
House.
A house is divided into different rooms.
A house is divided into different rooms.
In my house, there is a living room.
In my house, there is a living room.
There is a couch, 2 chairs, a coffee table, and a television set in the living room.
There is a couch, 2 chairs, a coffee table, and a television set in the living room.
In the kitchen, there is a stove and a refrigerator.
In the kitchen, there is a stove and a refrigerator.
There is also a sink and a dishwasher in the kitchen.
There is also a sink and a dishwasher in the kitchen.
There is a kitchen table and chairs.
There is a kitchen table and chairs.
We eat most of our meals at the kitchen table.
We eat most of our meal at the kitchen table.
We have a dining room.
We have a dining room.
There is a dining table and chairs in there.
There is a dining table and chairs in there.
There is a washroom or bathroom.
There is a washroom or bathroom.
There is a toilet, sink, and bathtub in the bathroom.
There is a toilet, sink, and bathtub in the bathroom.
There is also a shower in the bathroom.
There is also a shower in the bathroom.
We have 3 bedrooms.
We have 3 bedrooms.
The bedrooms are upstairs.
The bedrooms are upstairs.
My brother's room, my room, and my parents' room all have beds in them.
My brother's room, my room, and my parents' room all have beds in them.
We also have dressers in our rooms.
We also have dressers in our rooms.
There are closets in all of the bedrooms.
There are closets in all of the bedrooms.
We keep our clothes in the closets.
We keep our clothes in the closets.
There is a basement in our house.
There is a basement in our house.
We store things in the basement.
We store things in the basement.
There is a laundry room in the basement.
There is a laundry room. There is a laundry room in the basement.
There is a washing machine and a dryer in the laundry room.
There is a washing machine and a dryer in the laundry room.
This is where we wash and dry our clothes.
This is where we wash and dry our clothes.
There is a garage attached to the house.
There is a garage attached to the house.
We keep the car in the garage.
We keep the car in the garage.
You drive up the driveway and into the garage.
You drive up the driveway and into the garage.
We also have a front yard and a backyard.
We also have front yards and backyards.
There is a vegetable garden in the backyard.
There is a vegetable garden in the backyard.
There are some flowers and a tree planted in the front yard.
There are some flowers and tree planted in the front yard.
School.
School.
There are different types of schools.